It's only right that for the most important episode of this series, I put on a little bit of a suit, at least the top half, okay? Still got the shorts on, because why the fuck not? Okay, this is the most important video of this year. I feel like I said that a couple times, but all of it really is so important. I guess I should probably frame this as this is the most important indicator or feature that you're going to be using in your trading journey, because it's the most simple, the most basic, but it works. It works, and that's all you really need to know. So today, what we're going to be talking about is none other than fear and greed. This is the cycles of the market. This is the psychology behind the market. This is just the fucking market in general. And what you'll understand at the end of this video is how to predict tops, how to predict bottoms, and why all of this kind of moves in sync with everything I've talked about before this point. So yeah, this is 100% the best tool in trading. There's nothing that will even ever come close, and we've even made it even better with Market Mirror. But let's go ahead and get into it. So the psychology behind this. The market is just a bunch of people. Every candle is a crowd of humans making decisions with money on the line. You guys know this. But charts feel technical most of the time, right? But they're not. They're emotional records of what's happening in that moment. And people don't change. It's the same thing over the last 10 years. Fear felt the same in 2018, 2022, and last month, for example, even October 2025. Sure, technology changes, coins change, but the human holding that sell button never does. And it's going to be the same way for fucking decades to come, until maybe robots take over and we're all fucked. But anyways, that's why the same patterns repeat cycle after cycle, and why what I'm about to show you is one of the most best tools that you could use, because it's never going to change. It's never going to get worse. It's never going to get, nerfed. You know what I mean? Like, you could use this every single cycle and it's going to be the same thing. Just remember, you're not trading charts, you're trading the crowd's emotions, right? The emotions are predictable. So let's talk about it. The emotional cycle of a market. The euphoria is what you most likely see at tops, right? Everybody's, again, talking about crypto. People in your family are hitting you up talking about crypto. I've told you guys about my uncle and shit like that. It's the same cycle every single time, and it always happens. People are humans. Whenever they see something doing really well, they get FOMO. They get that emotion to be like, oh fuck, I really want to make some money. I need to look into this. And it happens all the time, and it's happening right this second at the bottom. You're seeing it on the flip side, with despair. Everybody's panicked, everybody's cooked, everybody's, oh man, this shit's going to zero. Your price predictions, if they're a little bit high, are just getting absolutely shit on. It's the same thing every single cycle. You have your hope, your belief, your euphoria, which is the peak top, and then you have a period where you're dipping, right? And you're like, oh, well, it's gonna go back up. It's definitely not over yet. And then you get into the panic because it keeps dipping lower. That's where we're probably around right now. And you have the despair, which is people just completely done with crypto. Happens every single time. And I'll show you guys some real life examples on the charts. Because if we go back here, you had your hope, your belief, and then you had euphoria, which was the peak top. We had a period of 90 to 100 days at the top. So, I mean, everybody was like, dude, things are great right now. Everybody was happy in crypto. And then as you can see, we had that fucking dump, you know what I mean? And people were trying to, rebound it. We went up a little bit. We went from 100,000 back to 115. So people are like, oh, it's still gonna go up. And then, what happens right after is you're panicked because it keeps dipping. And then it keeps dipping even lower. Honestly, I kind of take back what I said. We're probably in fucking despair right now. People are absolutely shitting their brains. And yeah, honestly, I think this is probably where we're at. But it happens every single time. And something that's crazy that you can kind of gauge is you can literally see it just on your phone right now. I'll show you guys this shit in a second because it's really crazy. But your brain was built to lose money. Naturally, humans are wired to run with the fucking herd. That's why they call us sheep, right? Most people are just, brainless little bots that do whatever society tells them or whatever's, the trend. That's what most people are. I know you're probably not like that because you're a little bit forward thinking. You're trying to make some life for yourself. But some people's lives is genuinely get out of school, go to college, get a degree, go sit at a desk for 30 years, then retire one day, maybe when they're 67 years old, and then they're dead. That's most people's life. They're fucking sheep, they're herd. And it's especially true when we're talking about markets. This is the worst place to be if you're a bot. Okay, it literally is the worst place to be if you have no thinking skills of yourself and you can't think a little bit and think logically and use a little bit of common sense, right? I know it sounds like I'm shitting on people, but that's just the truth. If you are a sheep in this game, you're gonna get absolutely slaughtered. And that's where the best tool in crypto comes in, and that is the fear and greed index. This is pretty much your all-in-one tool to see whatever the herd is thinking, and it's so overpowered. I use it all the time. I've talked about it for years, And honestly, it's one of those things where you see it posted online and you just see it so much you just don't even think about it. But what if I told you this is better than any indicator you could pay for? This is better than anything you can look at on a fucking chart. This is the tool you need to use. That's what's so frustrating, is because it's so simple and over talked about before. You know, probably in the last couple years you've heard it a million times, but it works. In my version, works even better. So go on Market Mirror, which is on iOS and Android. So once you're on here, you're gonna see something called the Fear and Greed Index, which is at the top right. I kept it front and center so you can understand immediately what's happening. As well, if you download our widget, which should be out by the time I'm recording this, you can just see it on your front page. And actually, if you click Edit, Add Widget, we have our liquidation pulse, our bigger liquidation pulse, and we actually have the Fear and Greed Index where you can just literally simply add that bitch straight to your home screen. It's so sick. And honestly, you'll see why I have this in a second. So yeah, when you open up the Fear and Greed Index, you're looking at this, right? Right now, you probably don't understand it other than it's just extreme fear. But this shows you everything about the market, and this is all you really need to use. And real quick, what the best thing that you can use the Fear and Greed Index for is predicting tops and bottoms. The best way I like to use it in my trading is anytime we're in extreme fear, and I'm talking about extreme fear, where the numbers are, let's see. So if we go back to June 2026, you'll see that the low we had was 8. It was absolutely brutal. 8, it was on the 7th of June. That was the lowest we had on the Fear and Greed Index scale. Well, now we're about like 29, 30. But what you'll notice is when we're in extreme fear, whenever this is at the very lowest point, it's usually the best sign for a bottom, in my opinion. I definitely bought then, and I still will buy if we go lower. But this is a great tool to predict where the bottom is, where the mid-cycle is, and where the top is, for sure, okay? And what do I mean? Well, you have 0 to 100 on a scale, right? Number 1 is 0 to 100. That's the whole crowd's emotional state. You got it live right here. 0 is maximum fear, 100 is maximum greed, middle is middle ground, where you should be a little bit cautious. And it turns everything I just talked about in the last 3 slides into something you can actually trade. And I mean it when I say ours on Market Mirror is the best version, 100%. And if we go back to October of 2025, what was that, right? October 2025 was the top, right? That was before doomsday, before the worst day in crypto history, in my opinion. It was fucking terrible. But yeah, you can see we had a top up there at around October 9th, which was, again, the top. And then as you can see, we went from 64 to 27 overnight. A motion shift overnight. We went from extreme greed, damn near, to extreme fear. And if we go back and look at the charts, you can see why. I mean, immediately, I just want you guys to look at this without looking at any of the dates. Where was October 10th? Just think about it. I'll give you 5 seconds. Just think about where October 10th was in this little thing. Okay, you probably didn't fucking guess it right. Look, this was where we went from 60 to 20. I mean, actually insane. It was the worst day ever. I mean, we're talking about coins literally evaporating overnight. But you can see it predicted it accurate. Look at it. It was at the very top, and then it goes back down. And then anytime we're in the gray, that's where we have maybe a rebound or something like that, where you should be a little bit cautious. But the months following were absolute dog shit. Just look at this, dude. We did have a small rebound in January where we went from, December all the way up. We went about, 14, 15%, but that didn't last long. As you can see right after that, we absolutely just started fucking tanking, and shit was bad, right? And if you continue on, February was absolute dog shit. March, absolute dog shit. April, even more. May, we started to cool off a little bit. We had a lot of neutrals, right? The market was kind of cooling off, and now we're back to pretty much bad. And the rule of thumb is extreme fear, you buy. Non-negotiable. Anytime we're in extreme fear, anytime we're at lows, you buy. Like if you bought in February, for example, which is like literally the worst we've had, it's still the fucking bottom. You'd still be in profit. And actually, you would have had a massive rebound down there when we obviously went back up a little bit more. We went from 59,000 all the way to 82,000. Could have bought, you would have made money. And then as you can see, what was this? May, we had a little bit of a cool off period like I was talking about. And that's where you got to be a little bit cautious. We were coming up to some of these levels. We were rejecting, whales are selling, and we went right the fuck back down. We've just been cooling off, but it goes back to what I just said. You got to buy in extreme fear. And anytime we're in that like median area where it's kind of gray, think logically, use your fucking brain, use your little thinking cap up here and come up with the best idea. Use everything I showed you. Come up with the idea, look what the whales are doing. But you should already be still in profit if you bought down here. And in extreme greed, right? When we're in points like October where we were literally top to fuck out, you should be selling. Non-negotiable. You should be selling. And I want you to do something real quick. Go overlay this on any chart and you'll see exactly what the fuck I mean. Like as you can see, we have the highs and lows on Bitcoin, on ETH right here on the app, as well as on the Fear and Greed site. You can literally just see the same shit. I wanted to talk about it for a second, but I just want to explain for the people that don't really understand it yet on why this works. It's because extremes run out of people. Extreme greed usually means everyone who already wanted to buy has already bought the shit, right? There's no buyers left, nothing holding the price up. The whales sell into that crowd like we talked about, and you watched this in episode 5. 5. And extreme fear means everyone who wanted to sell has already sold or they've been liquidated. We're seeing this right this second as I'm filming this video. There's really no sellers left. There's nothing pushing price down drastically, right? Like we might have a little bit of dumps here and there. This is where the accumulation zone is for whales and everybody else that has a little bit of a thinking cap on, right? And the way you really need to think about it is extremes mean one side's tank is completely empty. Price turns around because it has to. But I understand there's some people in the comments that are like, oh, but if it's that simple, why is people still fucking broke? And the reason why it's so frustratingly simple with the fear and greed index is because the worst days that you're seeing on here are the easiest days to buy if you have a little bit of common sense, but the hardest for some people that are so stuck in their ways that think that we're gonna go lower, that don't think about, you know, long-term price action on where we could be 6 months from now. They don't think about that, right? Extreme fear means the news is saying it's over, your portfolio's bleeding, and your gut says run. You gotta be there sticking your 10 toes down and saying, you know what? Everybody's sitting here being a fucking pussy. I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna think a little bit different right now, and I'm not gonna be a sheep, and I'm not gonna get slaughtered, and I'm gonna think 10 months down the line, and hey, all the money I could be making in the future. That's how you got to think with the fear and greed index. And it also is pretty hard for most people because it also asks you to sell on the best day. I don't think you guys understand, like you might be getting excited about to, implement some of this stuff into your strategy, but it genuinely is hard. When we're sitting there and clearly in extreme greed and everything that you have is green, you got to sit there and think, damn, fuck, I need to sell right now. I know right now is the top. If I do, I'm possibly giving up on profits here in the future, or something else might happen where we go up a little bit more and I'm going to be lefting, with all of my bags sold thinking, damn, why didn't I, hold a little bit longer? You got to get the fuck over that. You know what I mean? This goes back to what I was talking about, being emotionless and just going with what the charts are telling you. I told you guys that, my biggest mistake that I've made in the last 5 years trading was getting fooled by Donald Trump. It was 100%. I mean, you couldn't fucking tell me something different when it came to XRP. Now, in Bitcoin, I was shorting that shit at tops. I was making videos about it, like this one at tops. You guys have seen me talk about this in the other episode. But it's still, like I said, one of my biggest, missed opportunities, because had I sold all of the XRP at the top, where it clearly was gonna go down and pull back, and just rebought all that XRP back at the bottom, craziest trade of all time. Could have done that, but instead I'm left holding, still wanting all-time highs, still wanting higher prices because I know it's gonna come, but I'm a trader at the end of the day, and that's literally, I'm just trying to be open and honest with you guys. It happens to all of us, and I've made a vow to myself that will never happen again, and you should be the same way. So like I said, anytime you see green on that fear and greed index on Market Mirror, you should sell your bag. Right? And I'll be damn sure if you're in the automation program, which if you're not, you want all of our plays automated and you don't want to trade again, DM my scripto there. But all the automation members, I'm 1,000,000% never letting the XRP move or Donald Trump or anything ever blind me like that again. One of the biggest missed opportunities in the last 12 months for me was doing that. And it just happens so fast, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta sometimes sit there and think, damn, I'm making a lot of money right now. Things are really fucking good. Could this be the top? Are my emotions getting the best of me? Am I thinking a little too much into this? You know what I mean? You really got to sit there and think, because even the best of us, you all get blinded sometimes. And some points it's just like, the picture looks too perfect. Donald Trump was coming in and he's talking about XRP. They're meeting up with him. And we're talking about Clarity Act at that point, and all this stuff is going on. That's really where you get slaughtered, because everything looks too fucking good. You know what I mean? And I think we're kind of seeing that right now with the stock market. It's like every week there's an all-time high. It makes me wonder, like, how long can this shit go on? Surely people on the other side are a little bit cautious, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's just how it works. But really what it comes down to is knowing the rule. You have to understand how this works, and I just explained it to you, and following it. If you follow this shit, you will make more money than bag holding. I can promise you that. I 100%. So I want you to do one thing. I want you to check it daily. And I made it super easy on Market Mirror. You can literally add a widget to your home screen. You can have it on there, check it, visually look at it every single day and understand where the market's gauging fear and greed, and you will do better. And really, honestly, you should just pay attention to mostly the extremes, right? If we're bleeding like shit on the fear and greed and we're at like levels like 6 or 7 or 8, you should understand that that's the bottom, right? And that leads me to the next point. It should put it on your shopping list. You should think about, okay, hey, this is probably the lowest that things are going to get. This is max fear. I'm going to start buying here. I'm going to start accumulating some coins. You should not be doing this on the flip side of that at extreme greed. That doesn't make sense. Extreme greed should be your exit plan. You should be thinking about selling, selling your bag, exiting the market, not paying attention to whatever bullish news is going on. Don't be exit liquidity. Just sell, right? And you can confirm all of this stuff with the whales that I showed you. So yeah, be greedy when they're scared, be scared when they're greedy. That's pretty much the whole episode. I really wanted to give you guys an idea on how this works, and in my opinion, one of the most, if not the most powerful tool in the market. I know I said that a couple times with some of these because they're all so good. It's really hard to pick one, but I mean, if you're really just to strip everything, if you're just a blind trader and you didn't know shit, say you're just Joe Schmo that didn't understand the market, for fuck's sake, you don't care about nothing, right? But you just want to understand the best time to buy and sell. Scrap everything and look at the fear and greed. That's all you need. I mean, I think you could honestly become a really good trader, long-term trader, maybe not short-term trader, right? Not a scalper, but someone that's buying and holding their bags. I think you could beat 99% of the market if you just paid attention to this as an indicator on when the bottom or top is. And I mean that. Try it out for yourself. Let me know what you think. But if you want all of the tools, you can see them on Market Mirror. It's on iOS and Android, free to download. We got a lot more stuff to come in these next few episodes that are going to be dealing with some more tools on there. And if you want to skip all of this and you just don't want to trade or you want someone to do it for you, then DM us crypto on Instagram. I post all my plays there and we automate them to your account so you never have to trade again. I mean, I could just sit here all day. I've been doing this shit for a couple episodes now, just juggling up some wins. 5 years now we've been running this program, and we have 5 more, 10 more, 15 more years to come. We got so much in the tank. So yeah, love you guys so much. Episode 9. The next episode, we're going to be going over market memory, which is a one-of-a-kind tool that you've never seen before that will show you with probability on what the next move is happening in crypto. So stay tuned. Love you guys so much. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next video.